This is the Never Down, Never Out podcast with TR. This podcast is about discipline when motivation fades, resilience when things get hard, and showing up when quitting would be easier. No hype, no shortcuts, just a mindset required to build something real. One day at a time. Let's get into it. So, how did we get here? What's going on? To the people that know me, I've written the 2 books behind me. I was a Navy pilot. I fly for the airlines now. For the people that don't, you can find out more information on my website. But why are we here? Finally here. 4.5 years ago, I came up with the idea that book was actually going to be an autobiography. It's funny to think of that because I realize in hindsight, nobody really cares. And for good reason. Why should they? I'm no different than anybody else. There's nothing special. That book quickly turned into a fiction book. And it did okay. It did pretty well. I achieved a goal of writing a book to show my children that it's possible when you set your mind to something that you can actually achieve it. It just takes hard work, determination to do that. Okay. That was 4.5 years ago. Well, now I sit here, I've written another book, I've been on podcasts, and one of the tones that comes out time and time again is people, for whatever reason, enjoy how I speak, what I say, my words, not necessarily the content, but the motivation behind it, who I am, who is TR Matson. So why a podcast now? Well, it hit me. There's nothing guaranteed in this life. What's the old saying? Nothing's guaranteed except for death and taxes. None of us know how long we're going to be here on this planet. And because of that, I don't know the likelihood or the chances that the things I've learned in my life I'll be able to pass on to my children or their children. So these recordings started as me having a conversation with me, looking at the things I've been through in my life, how long it's taken me to get to what I've achieved, the magnitude of things that I've achieved, and having a conversation with a child or a grandchild down the line, if for some reason I'm not here. Does that sound morbid? Maybe. But it gives me an opportunity to have these discussions with them and to talk with them about the mistakes I've made, to talk with them about the times where I wasn't the best that I could be, or the times where, looking back, I could have done it a little different. That's not to say that I regret it. I don't. I'm very happy in my life. Wonderful family, healthy, solid employment, get the time to talk on podcasts and write more books. There's no reason to not be happy. But as I sit here, there are some lessons that I wish I had learned. Some wisdom that I wish I had. Do I look back at it and say, what could I have been? No. That's regrets. And I don't have regrets because I truly believe that everything happens for a reason and we're on this planet for a reason. So again, what brings us to now? Well, now's the time. Now's the time to sit down and organize some thoughts and to talk about a variety of topics, whether it's on motivation, dedication, resiliency. What do you do when things get hard? All of the things that encompass the never down, never out mentality. Now, for those that haven't heard that story, I won't bore you with all the details, but ultimately I reached out to a very close friend of mine after the first book was published, and I said, hey, what? I need something. People are telling me marketing wise, and I knew this, I was a business major. I need something out there that's going to be catchy, that you could put on t-shirts, you could market, you could do all this. That's building a brand. And he thought for a few seconds and he said, never down, never. Okay. Well, what does it mean? That's what I need to know. What does it mean to truly be never down, never out? Sounds good. Looks good on a shirt, right? But what does it mean? Where is he coming from? This is a person who's known me for 25 years. Where is he coming up with these 4 words that supposedly define who I am? So I asked him. And he told me. He said, man, through all the stuff, through all the hardships in the Navy, family, deployments, medical issues, being told no, he goes, you've always been the same. You're either up or you're getting back. Now, hearing somebody that's known you for over 20 years say that about you, that's a pretty impressive compliment. That what he took away from our time and our friendship and our brotherhood was that that's the type of person I am. Now, do I feel like I'm that person all the time? No, of course not. I try. I try very hard to keep moving forward, to never stop, to realize that we're all on this path. We're all on this journey in our life. And it's not designed to have all the answers with the first step. We have to go through this process. And during that process, things are going to change. If you're hearing this as a viewer, I obviously thought after recording a decent amount that there's something out there. There's something that I can get. Is that egotistical? Maybe. But I don't think so. And the reason I don't think so is because I'm not doing it for clicks. I'm not doing it for likes. I'm not doing it to tell you about who I am or to brag on my journey. I'm doing it because I wished that 25, 30 years ago, I had this to listen to. I had somebody that could remind me the process and the path and the reason for things and give little tidbits, little nuances in their lives that help them be successful. I had a great upbringing, wonderful parents, wonderful family, hardworking. They taught me a lot of wonderful things that I'm sure we'll get into. But I didn't have that source, that single source document that explained, hey, it's not always going to go your way. It's going to hurt. You're going to lose people. You're going to alienate people. All the way up until the current, where you get to a point and you go, but I am successful. I think, now what? I mean, that is a wide spectrum of journey, if you will, path towards a goal. So if my words can help motivate, or more importantly, build that resiliency and dedication that you need to achieve whatever your goals are, whether it's becoming a pilot, writing a book, having a family, staying healthy, becoming wealthy, although I would never drive somebody to focus just on that, but that's another topic. If my words can help you, the viewer, get there, then maybe that's all part of this. Maybe that's why I'm here. So what can you expect from me? Well, if you've watched me on any other podcast or heard me anywhere or know me, it's going to be raw. I'm not going to polish it. I'm not going to hide things. You're going to get me for me. And whatever that topic is that we're talking about for that day, you're going to hear my opinions on. You might not like it. You might not agree. And that's okay. If you don't, take those opinions, put them in the trash, and don't worry about what I say. But if you're open-minded and at least listen, you'll get one other opinion on a topic, which I think makes us all become more. What else are you going to get? Well, you're going to get a short, digestible product. I'm not going to sit here and talk at you for 2 hours. Nobody wants to listen to that. I certainly don't. I'm going to keep it 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to talk about a topic. We're going to rehash the topic at the end and hopefully give you some tools that you can walk away from that topic that's easily searchable, that later on you can come back and say, hey, I know there was something about this topic. Let me find it. There it is. Perfect. There will be stories about my past. There will be triumphs and failures. None of that is to boost my own ego. There's far too many people on social media, in my opinion, that are out there just to pat themselves on the back. I'm truly blessed for where I'm at in my life. I'm thankful for all those that supported me. Frankly, I don't deserve any of it. But here we are. I didn't have a choice. This is the life I've been given, and I'm going to do my best to give something back. Is it going to be perfect? Not even close. Nothing about me thus far in my career has been perfect, and it's not going to start now. There's going to be things about the recording that you don't like, or that change over time. The background, the audio, all of these things will evolve, and you as a listener will evolve with it. I think that's part of it. We often spend a lot of our days with a goal or an idea. And because of that, we take so much time thinking about the thing that we want to do that we never do the thing that we want to do. It's very easy in this world where social media encompasses everything that we have. It's on our phones. It's on our computers. It's everywhere. You can't get away. It's easy to compare yourself to others. Are there podcasts out there that are better? Of course there are. They're professional podcasters. This is what they do. They have teams. That's not what you're going to get from me. Will you get it one day? Maybe. If this takes off, maybe. But for now, what you're going to get is raw, uncut, unedited conversations from the heart. The one thing that I can tell you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is that I will be authentic. If you're willing to go on this journey with me and listen with me, you will get pure authenticity from me. Good, bad, or indifferent. And because of that, I think there might be some actual value. Because we're in a world where everybody is comparing themselves to other people's highlight reels. That's the quickest way to stifle your dream. I want you to not worry about other people, other than to learn from them. Learn from their mistakes, learn from their triumphs, learn from their successes, and learn from their failures, and learn from their process. And that's what I'm providing to you. But don't compare yourself, because we're all different people. So when I sit here and I go, how did we get here? Why now? Well, the book writing is coming back for book 3, and an additional book that will go along with the title of this podcast. I realize that the thing I'm passionate about is the process it takes to be successful. And not in a hyped up, motivational, cheerleading kind of way, but in a realistic, This is going to hurt, man. This isn't going to feel good. Frankly, it's going to suck kind of way. But if you're willing to put in the work, there's no limit to what you can succeed. No limit to what you can create or achieve or conquer. Take it from a guy who grew up in a small town, was the first one in his family to go to college, first pilot. If you had told me 30 years ago that I would be talking to you like this right now, I would have laughed. So, the sky, pun intended, is truly no limits. There are no limits. But you have to believe in you first. And I'm hoping that I can do something to get you to that point. So, please stick with me. If you like what you hear, I appreciate it. It's going to be raw. If this episode intrigues you, don't just listen to it, apply it, right? Progress is built in what you do after you stop listening to this. Keep that in mind. Never down, never out. See you tomorrow.